One of our favorite guests, one of the smartest guys in the room, and can you be called a millennial? Or are you a Gen Xer?
I think I'm a little bit younger than millennial. I'm not sure. I'm in the between the two.
You're younger than a millennial. That makes you a puncturepreneur, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll find a category for you.
Sure.
Vince Marconi, of course, the founder and CEO of Price Patrol. You have heard them because they are also a sponsor of this television program. GetPricePatrol.com, PricePatrolApp.com, and Price Patrol is the weed map for retail.
That's what I was saying.
One way to look at
it. Russ decided to compare you.
I had to, kind of give an idea of what weed maps.
I would say weed map is the Price Patrol for weed.
That's what I meant.
We'll take either way.
Right.
Can you, before we start, can you tell, because we picked up a couple new affiliates. I know that we're in at least 5 major metros in Atlanta right now that we weren't in before. Tell about Price Patrol and how you came about.
Sure. Price Patrol is the only mobile shopping app that allows shoppers to search for and find any product that they want at products near their physical location.
So they are. It's a geolocation sort of app. In other words,
everything is. It knows right where you are. If you're holding your phone.
What we talk about a lot is the fact that everyone believes that everyone shops for all their stuff online, but 94% of products are still bought at brick and mortar stores. You can't shop, or search rather, all those stores near you as simple as you can search the web until Price Patrol.
So in the long story short though, if you're looking for, I keep using this example. We so badly needed an external hard drive, a disk drive, to read a CD for our computer. It was for the studio. We went online and we found it. So in other words, it said, okay, 2 miles away, knucklehead, there's one sitting there, and it was the cheapest price. It ended up being at Staples or something like that.
And online you find it, but it's like, Japan, free shipping, we'll get there by Friday. Maybe
exactly.
like, no, I want to go pick it up now.
So that's what Price Patrol does, and you can get the Price Patrol app by going to you just go on your smartphone and download it.
It's a free download, iOS and Android.
Well, so before we get to the retail stuff, because I want to get to that today with you, I have to ask this real quickly. What is the number one searched for item on Price Patrol? I'm going to say,
pizza,
booze.
No, probably.
What do you think?
Well, you want to go? I would say more home building stuff.
Like do-it-yourselfer stuff, like bricks.
I just want to go pick up some peat moss, whatever the hell that is.
What do you think?
There's a little bit of that, but there is probably more as it relates to just daily necessities, home goods. We're talking about toilet paper, kitty litter, things that people go through often and need to resupply, and so they want to just find it the cheapest. They don't want to pay to have it shipped to them either. So
I'm so surprised by that because
try that here. KY jelly.
Wow,
that's great.
That's nice. That's good, Russ. Thanks for that. Huh? Isn't it also KY the initials for the?
That's Kentucky.
Yeah, any state that has KY
is
their,
bring that up.
Their initials. So Vince is also a retail specialist and has become one just because it's been your business.
Yeah.
And he wants to. This is fantastic. So we've got tax season coming up, and tax season is a boon for retail for the retail industry, right? Because people are spending money on their refunds.
It is, yeah. So what we see is with tax season being here, people are calling it refund season. For 8 out of 10 tax filers, they get a refund. So I had a little quiz I put together to see how much you two gents know about refund season and exactly what people are spending their refunds on.
All right, bust it out.
Okay, so let's go with the first one, which is, what do you think the average time it takes to receive your refund is after you've made your filing?
Oh, I don't know. Russ's wages are garnished, so he never gets a refund.
Just lean on me.
I'm going to say 2 months.
I say 2 weeks.
They've turned around quickly. It is now 3 weeks. 21 days is the average.
Wow.
So they're starting to go quicker
for us.
Especially with the e-file stuff.
All right, keep going.
All right, number 2. What is the average tax return amount here in the U.S.?
$1,200.
Average, $400.
$400, way higher. It's up 3%. It is now at $3,034 bucks, which is a decent chunk of cash.
Keep going.
Loving that.
So with $3,000 new dollars coming into the household on average, who do you think, men or women, plan to do the diligent thing and save it?
Men.
Or ladies?
Men will save it. Women will not.
Women.
Just to
Save
be.
it.
49% of men say they're going to save, while only 43% of ladies
That's right,
say
damn it.
they're going to save.
Spenders. Purchasing specialists, if I'm not mistaken.
Your dad's card's getting empty.
All right.
And so that means that there's a whole big segment of that $3,000 coming in that's going to be spent on more frivolous pursuits.
What?
Frivolous
So when you
things.
pick up the Price Patrol app, what are men and women going to be spending their money on?
We are seeing men shop a lot more for things like
One Direction calendars.
a lot of that. We're seeing a lot of power tools and electronics. Electronics is number one for guys. And number one for ladies
Power
is
tools and electronics.
Yeah, we're short-sighted. Let's just get this
Yeah.
thing that's going to be useless in 2 years.
It's so cliche, but it doesn't.
Power tools is the third on the women's list. Which
Thank you.
Which is weird.
And women are buying more things that are geared towards vacations.
Yeah.
So they're spending their refunds on vacations and an
Like
experience.
liposuction.
That's another experience.
We got a vacation, and this summer I'm going to be in a bikini. I'm going to take off an inch or two.
So do you see an increase in? Obviously, you see increases in retail sales, but do you see an increase in usage of the Price Patrol app?
We do.
during this time of year.
Speaking to what we were just talking about with the electronics, electronics is a huge segment of our searches.
Yeah.
So right now is when a lot of new HD TVs come out, the big 4Ks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of searches for those, and then the accessories that come along with all of the electronics. People are going to want to find, and a lot of times accessories, you don't want to wait for it to be shipped. Go to a store, pick it up. That's
And
what
look
Price
at it,
Patrol
because you have to talk to someone too, the person there.
Yeah.
I just bought a TV yesterday. Well, this is the end of the model year. The next one starts, I think, in a week.
You bought a TV yesterday.
Well, for the condo and blah blah blah. But there's smart TVs. There's high def. There's so many different variables. I want a stupid TV that's kind of ugly.
And you want to leave the store with it.
So what are the retail spending stuff? Is our consumer confidence up to the point where you think retail spending is where it needs to be, or is there a ways to go?
Well, I think that there's still ways to go. We're not completely back. We are seeing a higher, what we're talking about, the savings and the paying off debt with a large quantity of the refunds. And that, I think, maybe speaks a little bit to the fact that people aren't quite as comfortable with the economy. Yeah. But we're seeing an increase, not at that hockey stick curve we'd like, but we're seeing a slight increase and things are getting better.
Well, if you have any money at all, I would suggest that you just download the Price Patrol app and use that to go buy something, right, Vince?
It comes in
Absolutely.
handy.
You don't need to be buying a big product. You can be buying something that's a daily necessity, and we'll help you find it at the cheapest rate.
So, hey, throw that website up again. Put it up there. Chris. There you go.
That's cool.
PricePatrolApp.com.
Free download.
Monitors nearby stores for what you want at the price you want. So, Russ, when you need those diapers.
Yes, sir. You can sit through a whole ball game without leaving your seat with those on.
That's convenient.
They'll bring you beer.
So when Russ is around Petco Park near the Padres,
Petco.
Hey, there's a CVS right there.
Where
Thank
the
you,
pets
Vince.
go.
Vince Marconi, Price Patrol. Get PricePatrol.com, PricePatrolApp.com. Coming up, the world of cannabis.